On my drive today, I saw something that made me think of a very common dream symbol. So I thought I'd pop in for just a few minutes and share with you. This is just something that I do on a pretty regular basis. I have a long commute on my drive into work and in the afternoon. And so sometimes I will just kind of look for things that are highlighted to me along the way. And then I'll partner with the Holy Spirit and I'll consider, if I were to see this thing in a dream, what would it mean symbolically? Like what could it represent if I saw this in a dream? And today when I was driving, it really highlighted to me, there was this house, a very well-established house. It was an older brick house. But the entire roof of the house had been removed, like not just the roofing shingles, like I'm talking the entire structure of the roof. So it looked like there was some new framing going on. All the beams were fresh and were being put in place and they were working on it. And it made me think about roofs in dreams. And you'll see this from time to time, whether it's, that you see a roof on a house, like in this case is being renovated, or you see a roof caving in, things like that. So sometimes roofs will be highlighted, or there will be great emphasis placed on a roof in your dreams. In dreams, roofs represent spiritual authority or spiritual oversight. It's like that spiritual covering that covers our home. So our home represents our life and everything that it carries and everything that goes on in our lives. And then the roof is the thing that covers that and kind of helps to provide some covering and oversight. So for example, if I were to have a dream where I dreamt, about my house, for example, and I could see that the roof of my house was being completely renovated, right? Like it had been stripped down to the point where it was like down to the beams. What that could mean is the dream could be symbolizing for me that I was either going through a season or would be going through a season where the spiritual authority and the spiritual oversight in my life was going to take on a new form. Something was going to change, like the very structure. It wasn't going to stay the same and just be updated. Like the very structure of the spiritual oversight over my life was about to change. So that could mean, that I would be either moving or, introduced to some new leadership in my life. I could be coming into contact with other people that were going to be very influential, that were different from what I had come from, things like that. Now, let's say that I saw a building or a friend's house or another structure of some sort, an organization, and I saw this roof on this place and it was caving in. That's not a good sign. That would indicate that the spiritual covering, the spiritual oversight on that home or that organization was crumbling. And that would indicate that some immediate attention needed to be given to restore and to protect, because something there was going on that was causing it to literally just cave in. And the dreams might give a little bit more detail, might give a little bit more context as to what is causing the decay, what is causing the crumbling. It's really hard for me to, you can't go into all of that. But if you see something where the roof is crumbling, I would probably take that kind of dream and I would use it for intercession. I would use it for prayer. So depending on what kind of building it was, if it was my house, oh dear Lord, like I would have some serious prayers to get into the presence of God about. If it was the house of a friend, I would really start kind of leaning in and asking the Holy Spirit, like what are you doing? What is taking place? And, trying to kind of come around that with prayer and intercession, because nobody wants to live in a house that has no roof on it. If it was an organization, I would probably pray for the improvement of it, that something there was obviously shifting, something else I would be praying that God would preserve whatever was good and that he would then put the right type of leadership and oversight in place over whatever that was. I think you get the picture. But roofs they're supposed to be secure, right? They're supposed to be, think about how what we expect of our roofs and our homes. They protect us from the elements. They keep the sun out, you know, they keep us safe. It's a covering that we all need to have. And so if you see that either under repair or under renovation, or you see that the roof of your house is just really strong and maybe has some really great high peaks in it in your dream, that's a good sign, you know, because it means that there's a great, I guess, altitude there. You know, there's a great spiritual height and there's a great spiritual strength there. But anyways, just wanted to share that. This is just one of the things I do just to kind of keep thinking metaphorically. And so now what I would do with something like that is I would take these notes and I would add them to my personal dream glossary. And so next time I run into a dream where I see a roof, whether it's my dream or somebody else's dream, I'll have a good launching pad and remember, okay, this is kind of, it gets my wheels turning as I partner with the Holy Spirit to understand the meaning of the dream. Take care, guys.